The death is announced of Matthew Danius Joseph, also known as Miro, of La Pointe, Mon Repos, who passed away at the St. Jude's Hospital at approximately 8 p.m. on Thursday, 21st February 2013. He was 86 years old. Left to mourn, his wife, Mrs. Edgifa Joseph, residing in Cedar Heights, Vieux-Fort. Children: Chris Joseph, Julietta Joseph, Barry Joseph, Brian Joseph, and Mrs. Rosemary John, also known as Pearlie, and their families, all residing in the UK. Roy Serio and family residing in Puerto Rico. Mrs. Laurentia Baptiste and family residing in Cedar Heights, Vieux-Fort. Mrs. Eustocia William and family residing in La Pointe, Mon Repos. Mr. Gilbert Emilia, also known as Wesley, and family residing in Grosley. Stepdaughter Lister St. Helen and family residing in Laborie. 30 grandchildren, including Mr. Matthew Alfred residing in PI. Julia Vitalis, head nurse of the maternity ward at St. Jude's Hospital. 20 great-grandchildren. 1 great-great-grandchild residing in Mon Repos. Brothers: Mr. Joseph Brisfair residing in Cicero. Mr. Jean Brisfair of the UK. Adopted sister Françoise Challery, also known as Katie, and family of La Pointe, Mon Repos. Brothers-in-law: Prentice Dossery of Laborie. Patrick Vernet residing in the US. Sisters-in-law: Venna Vernet of PI, Eileen Dixon of the UK, Katie Brisfair residing in Cicero. Nieces and nephews, children of his deceased sister, Hetty Descat. Mrs. Iola Henderson, also known as Cecil. Mrs. Gertrude Ianola, also known as Tidu. Mr. Alphonse George Descat residing in the UK. Mrs. Agatha O'Shaughnessy, nurse at St. Jude's Hospital. Mrs. Emma Serrier, retired teacher of Passias Combined School. Mrs. Margaret George, teacher of Passias Combined School. Mr. Irenas Descat, manager of Descat's Laboratories. Mr. Emmanuel and Venantius Descat, employee of St. Lucia Meteorological Services. Miss Joan Descat of the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. Children of his deceased brothers Nathaniel Joseph and Yusuf Miro. Pastor Benedict Jean-Baptiste and family of Black Bay, Vieux-Fort. Victoria Charles and family of La Pointe. Lorna Joseph and family of Lombard. Esther Maffrey and family of the UK. Raymond Miro and family of Cicero. Thais and Hermina Miro of the US. Valencia, Quinlan, Paul, and Margaret Miro of Morsey. Children of his deceased brother, Jean Brisfair. Dr. James St. Catherine and family of Tapio. Agatha Stanislas of Florida. Cousin, Mr. Byron Monero in the UK. Best friend, Mr. Albert George of La Pointe, Mon Repos. Also left to mourn, the Descats family, the Miro family, the O'Shaughnessy family, the Challery family, the James family, the communities of La Pointe, Passias, and Mon Repos, other relatives and friends both here and abroad. The funeral of the late Matthew Danius Joseph, also known as Miro, will be held on Thursday, March 7th, 2013, at St. Anne's Parish, Mon Repos, at 3 p.m. The body will then be laid to rest at the Mon Repos Cemetery. The body now lies at the Lazarus Funeral Home, New Dock Road, Vieux-Fort. The family would like to mourn in private.